Y'all get to watch my face as I walk through all this silliness and try not to fall on my dumb ass. All right, here we go. Cool. Yes. Lovely. Okay. Oh, shit. Ah, there it goes. Definitely not editing that out because why would I? Right. Come hopping through that. On into it, but I think at that point it puts you bad angle. But, oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to hop down there because that's me remembering. I think I once saw a place to hop and jump down. So I'm up here, Sunset Ridge in the Hawes Trail System. I'm on Party Rock right here, and what I'm doing is I'm doing an assessment of the trail after it's been open for, I believe it's been 3 years. I'm actually calling this the great dumbing down of Sunset Ridge. Why am I looking to dumb down a trail when I say never to dumb down trails? All right, so what we've seen, what you're gonna see is the entry, the scroll catcher, the filter. People just go by that all the time. We've put rocks in there to fix it, and people move the rocks and they keep going around it, and then they get to this section right up here. So the top's there. I say, can we point? Top's there. Boom, boom. By the time they even get to these first set of rocks, that's not a feature, it's just the roll, they're already going around it. This was happening within the first week of this whole trail being open. We've put rocks and cactus down to stop people going around it, but yet they will go around it. That's just going to happen. So in the end, it's kind of like, okay, let's not fight this. Let's work with it. People want to ride the trail. Great. We want them to ride the trail, but it also needs to still maintain a level of difficulty and skill. So we're going to take a look at this, assess the whole trail, put in some B+, A- kind of lines. It's still going to be a difficult trail to get down, to tie everything together, but you and more of your friends will be able to ride. That's my thought, that's my plan. There's many of us I've talked to in the community. They've ridden it once. They haven't ridden the whole thing. It's just above their pay grade, which is cool. There needs to be trails like that, but it also limits some of the loops and some of the trails that people can do with their friends. 1 or 2 people in the group may be able to come down and do this confidently where the rest can't, so they just stay on RMR. Maybe they tie in and meet up, or just someone misses out. Also, what we've seen and noticed is that a lot of times, if you're just not feeling on your game, 100% A game, it's not a great trail to roll. There's high consequences here. People have been badly hurt. I mean, they get badly hurt on any trail, but this one's got some high consequences. There's high steep rolls here. We are feature 1. We got a steep roll. I don't know what degree that is, but steep. There's basically the B line of it, and that is still a steep roll. So looking from that point of view, right, we're gonna add B lines to it. I mean, here's our original line over here. Difficult to get through that without bashing a chain ring or going over the bars. So add some B lines to this, which are with the trail still difficult lines. Also, when we built the trail, we left other lines there to be discovered. Maybe you just had to move a dead bush or move a rock in place, and that basically creates another line. So I kind of call that like a living trail in a way. You expect people to go out there, ride it, find these things, and from there, once they find them, to make little adjustments, add in another line. I don't think enough people have been riding this trail to really do that. So those lines aren't getting put there, so the options aren't there. And I like a trail with options, so I don't always have to stick to the same exact 2 feet the whole way down. I like a little bit of options. Let's see, what else? So as we come down through the trail, we have 2 more trails coming off. One is dipping over to the right to go to Big Sister. The other one's dipping to the left, just to go and tie back into like the end of Boulder Dash, which is over there. All right, it took us roughly, I believe, 1,200 person hours, people hours, man hours. Boulder Dash was about 1,200 hours. If I remember, Sunset also about 1,200 hours. Months and weekends of our lives. We've got families, we got all this, but the trail builders were out here building the trail, putting in a lot of effort and time. And if we're about to do that for 2 more trails once these get approved, all right, that's another 2,000 hours of building and weekends and putting little blood and sweat and sometimes tears into a trail. And then it gets down to it and there's only 800 people, give or so, riding that trail in those couple of years. It's a lot of work, and not a lot of payoff. So yeah, looking at that, we want more people riding the trail. Can you and your friends do it? The level that you go from Boulder Dash to this seems to be a fairly big jump, at least in the hearts and minds of people, so that they are not doing it as much. So yeah, more people will ride Boulder Dash and just not come up here. So we're gonna take a look at that, and I invite you to come along on this journey. Right, everything's a journey nowadays. So come along. I'm gonna try and film all of this as I go through and I assess the trails and work with the team to figure out how to build in these new beelines and make this a fun rideable trail for more people at a still high skill level. Did I come up with this idea on my own? No, I don't work in a silo. This is not all about me. This is the community. I text the group of guys that we have that built the trail, the leads on it, and I asked them, what do you guys think about this? They all agreed and said it was a good idea. When I go through and I do my assessment, I will bring these ideas back to them. They will come out here. We're going to look at this together. I'm just going to bring ideas and say, hey, we need to work here and here this weekend. When we're on site, much like we did when we were building this, when we built Boulder Dash, all these trails when we were building them, we had a great collaboration. We had everyone working together. You could put in an idea and it would oftentimes go to, there was a trail lead that made the final decision, but everyone put in their ideas, and if there was a cooler idea and it worked, we went with it. Not always the original idea is gonna be the best idea. Sometimes when you're out there, you have different skill sets, you have different minds. Maybe you're a little bit more playful that day and you can just see something someone else didn't see. Sometimes it's just the difference of moving one very large rock to make the trail kind of flow a little bit better. Speaking of flow, that's also another reason why we're going to look at making some changes to this. The original soul of the trail is not going to change. We're still going to have fun. It's still going to be tech. It's still going to be a lot of pucker factor. Your butthole is going to be eating that chamois a lot through this whole thing. But there are areas where we can get it to flow better, and I'm looking right at one right there. We got a jump or a drop that goes to flat. We can fix that. It goes into the next feature, and I already know what I want to do there. I remember the rocks. There's like boop, boop, one left, one right. We move some of those things, and now we have the possibility of 2 new lines that are still high skill level lines. Could probably even sneak in a third over there. So we're just looking to make it flow better. There's a lot of maintenance that has to be done, right? So if we get onto a trail and not a lot of people are riding it and it's difficult to get to, the amount of maintenance that gets done, it goes down, right? People just kind of tend to be like, oh, well, I'm not gonna ride that trail, so I'm not doing maintenance on it. It gets difficult. It's not one of the easiest places to get tools into, probably from the bottom up, maybe easier. But one of the awesome things is with all of the donations to Hawes Trail Alliance, what we've been able to do, we have 4 packs of Trail Boss USA tools. They're collapsible tools. We've got McLeod's row hose in there, rakes, and saws. Very cool. We can put them in a backpack and ride into a trail to do trail work. So very handy, very efficient. Makes our lives so much easier just putting all the trails and the collapsible tools into a backpack, ride out to the trail, do some work, put them in the back. 20 pounds of tools. Unless you're the guy carrying a rock bar, it's even heavier. It's worse. It's not fun. It's a hike. We're bikers. God, what else? How long can I entertain you about doing trail building without showing bike riding in a bike video? I don't know. We'll see how compelling I can make this story. Any questions? I guess, yeah, if you got questions, put them in the comment. I'm supposed to do this. Put them in the comment. Subscribe. Don't subscribe. Let it hit your algorithm randomly. I don't know. Whatever. If you like this and it's a cool idea, cool. Join me. Follow along. Hit me up if you want to come out here and give a hand. We can always use some strong people, creative people. Cool. See you guys.